Hi everyone, this is Natasha Scott with the College Admissions Bible, and juniors and seniors, I have some very sad news for you. It's time to take the SATs, or the ACTs, or the PSATs, or the SAT2s, or the APs. Okay, our high school careers are completely riddled with standardized testing, and if you're someone like me who is not the best standardized tester, you're probably freaking out. Side note, I'm a prime example of someone who didn't do well on their SATs. I ended up taking the ACTs and did a little bit better, and I still got into an Ivy League school. In this video, I'm going to give you my top 6 tips and tricks to quell your nerves and enjoy a stress-free exam day. Number 1, the day before test day, do not study. Okay, chances are you've been preparing for this exam almost like an athlete preparing for a big game. But even athletes take a day or two off to rest their bodies. Treat your brain the same way. Cramming the day before the test, I'm talking about doing another practice problem, another practice test, memorizing even more formulas. It's not going to make or break your score. Instead, spend the day doing everything else except studying. You want to walk into test day with a nice alert brain, not one that's used up and abused and completely overworked. Number 2, pack your stuff the night before. You're going to need a printout of your admissions ticket, some number 2 pencils, some acceptable photo ID, and a calculator with fresh batteries. There's nothing worse than typing into your calculator 849 times pi and it just does. And don't forget to pack a snack for the break. You can pack whatever you want, just something to hold you over until the end of the test. Or you can be more strategic. Walnuts contain omega-3 fatty acids, which help promote brain function. Or dark chocolate contains small amounts of caffeine that give you energy. And please pack all of this stuff the night before, because I guarantee you in the morning your printer's gonna jam, you can't find your admissions ticket, and you probably overslept. Number 3, dress in layers. Chances are your test room is going to be extremely cold or extremely hot. For some reason, on test days, these heating and cooling systems just can't get it together. To avoid shivering and completely distracting yourself by how cold or uncomfortable you are and thinking, damn, it's cold in here, dress in multiple layers and come prepared for any crazy temperature that you're going to endure. Number 4, eat a good breakfast and casually look over some practice problems. I'm not a big breakfast person, but anytime I have a big exam, I always wake up just a little bit early and prepare a decent breakfast. Food gives you energy, and there's nothing worse than sitting through your exam and your stomach is grumbling because you're starving. And again, you can also be a little strategic about what you eat. Leftover Chinese food full of grease, probably not my number 1 choice for you, but foods high in protein, which promote brain function and mental acuity, definitely a good choice. So basically eat eggs for breakfast. And while you're inhaling your food, since you took the day off yesterday, open up your practice book, look at some formulas, get your mind warmed up again. Just like an athlete before a race when they start to get their body warmed up by stretching, looking at those exams and looking at those practice problems gets you right back into the groove of preparing for this test. Number 5, you've now arrived early to the test center. Please avoid that crazy girl in the corner flipping through her flashcards and those 2 guys over there who are quizzing each other on formulas. Avoid the crazies. They're at every test, they're freaking out, they're freaking you out, they're freaking everybody around them out. Stay away from them. You'll overhear their conversation, quizzing each other, and then you start to question what you know. You're like, wait, the Pythagorean a squared plus b squared equals d? My motto is, if you don't know it now, you're not going to learn in the next 10 minutes. So just be confident with what you know, walk into the exam, and forget about all these people around you who are messing up your head. And leave it at that. Number 6, please remember this is not the end-all, be-all. Take me as a personal example. I prepped like crazy for the SATs. Did terribly. I took the ACTs, did okay, was an Ivy League score, and in the end, I still got into Penn. So remember people, test scores are not the only defining factor in college admissions. You still got your grades, you got your essays, your recommendations, your interview. There's many different things that make up this whole process and tell you as a person through this application. So try your best, but also write the best essay and also get the best recommendations you can and do as well as you can on your interview. There's so many different factors. It's not just up to the SATs or the ACTs or the APs or the SAT2s or the PSAT. Just be confident, beast your way through the exam, and I promise you life goes on. All of this info and so much more, I promise you, can be found in my book, The College Admissions Bible. Please visit my website, www.collegeadmissionsbible.com, for more information or to purchase a copy.